and welcome to another episode of GES Mindset. I am by myself today acting stupid. I don't even know if you guys can see me, but if you can, I'm holding a lovely light sign that my friend Allison gave me that I need to get out of this box and figure out a way to put it. And while I'm pointing out the background of my beautiful GES light and sign that started it all, is that thing in the corner, the light string that was also a gift. It keeps falling. I have climbed that wall to put it back. I haven't had my husband come in here. I'm gonna have to super glue it. I don't know what I have to do, but look, there's always something going on here at the GS Mindset podcast. And by now, I see this as a blessing. I see it as a good luck charm. I see it as just signs from the universe to keep going because nothing can stop me and nothing can stop you either. So I love using my little signs. This one in the honor. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just need to find wiring, or I don't know how I'm going to put it there, but we'll get there. If I literally write a list of all the things I got to do, I will probably have anxiety. And I never had it, so I don't want to start having any of that. Let me clean the camera a little bit so you all can see me all natural. This is me. I wanted to end the year and I just said it in a story. This episode won't release till Sunday. So you guys just saw a live story of me talking about how I really wanted to do the last episode with my hair done and makeup and a GS. I have a bunch of GS dresses that I have not worn, and obviously the ultimate new GS styles that I order for myself because I am the product, right? I am the model, and it brings me joy to wear it. But today was not the day. It was not the day to be glam. It was not the day to put effort on the way I looked. It really doesn't change how I feel or the message. And I don't know if that makes sense to any of y'all. The reason why I say this is because sometimes what you look is not what you feel. And right now, I feel the same and the message is the same, but I don't feel like I need to do a lot to come and tell you what I wanted to tell you today. I don't know if that made sense at all. Sometimes we put a facade, and I am guilty of that myself. We get ready, we get pretty, we fake it, right? And we go out there and we pretend that we're having a great day, that we're happy, and we go give it our best. And internally, we're not okay. And I'm not saying there's something horribly wrong uh, with me or at this moment, but I really don't want to pretend that has been the best day or that it started great. It's actually been super busy, which I'm really blessed. But I'll get to the story of how it started in a second. But I'm just didn't feel right to come and talk to you all in covered in something that I'm not today. I am not that glamorous, cute outfit. I'm not feeling that vibe today. So it would just be pointless for me to come here and fake when the entire reason why I created this space is because I wanted you guys to know that I too am human. I'm not always happy. I come from a lot of darkness. I'm going to try to open up. It's going to be really, really hard. I've been debating recording this episode for forever. Um, you all see me, the happy, bubbly, cheery Pauline that I am. I'm not here to, guess what? I'm not, I'm like a black entity. No. I'm still, see, I still do my little jokes. This is me. But how did Pauline get here? So I figure I ended the year with a get to know me part 2, because this is how I started GS. Very, very blessed on January when I decided to continue this journey and believe in myself. And that's how the believe in yourself came up. And I believe in myself regardless of having a good and a bad day. And now that I can believe in myself and show you all the new and updated Believe in Yourself logo and the Believe in Yourself cup that I got as a gift from Juarez. Yay, everybody loved it. I haven't even used it. That's how busy it's been. And the Believe in Yourself, Be Yourself stickers. Why in the world, when everything around me tells me to be myself and believe in myself, why would I come here and pretend that I'm I'm so gorgeous and glamorous and I'm just happy all the time? Not today. Not today. It's gonna be it's not a super cheery happy episode. It's an exciting episode. I am super excited for what's to come and I'm super grateful every day. That doesn't change that. But again, I'm here to be a testimony, my own experiences, and now my knowledge that I have accumulated in this 40 and a half years of life, and maybe help somebody out there and guide you and be an example or be a beacon to something else for you to find your purpose. I know my purpose, and it's definitely not getting all pretty and come here and tell you that life is great. Life is great, but there's also a darkness into that. So I'm going to dig into how my day started. I been very universal lately, and the moon and the things, and this year has definitely opened that. I've learned more about myself this year of entrepreneurship than I have ever my entire life. This podcast has definitely made me go places inside of me, and I'm not that could go both ways. Because I'm a hoe. That's a fact. And then again, I want to stay in topic, but it has made me dig deep on my feelings on why am I really doing this? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel the need to talk about these things? Or what have I learned from my guests on this past season 1 and now season 2? We made it 2 seasons in 1 year all by myself, and I'm very, very proud is an understatement. Not for me, for my guests that have joined me in this journey and just trusted me with their super touching stories. All of my guests, they're my close friends. And even I had people that I don't know personally come and talk in the podcast. They reach out and they have incredible stories, life stories that I can't talk because I didn't experience that life. I can only talk about my life. And that's why I wanted to do this episode and talk about my life experiences as well. You will get to know me in every season a little bit more because I am your host, but I want to highlight always my co-hosts and also my guests because they are as valuable. Everybody's life story is as valuable as the next. I treat everybody with respect, and I know that not everybody comes from amazing experiences or not everybody had sad experiences. I would like to think that some of us have very, very, very good experiences as well. But we're here to find what makes us spread good energy, what makes you choose light in darkness. And to me, it's a million things. That's why I'm gonna be talking probably in this podcast to my last breath because I have so much to share and I love sharing. I noticed that maybe I was never a sharer of my personal life with nobody, with my family. I think half the shit that I've said on this podcast, my husband had no clue. And when the episode with my mother-in-law, you guys need to go listen to it. And I told him I had multiple boyfriends or that, yeah, he was on my roster. And, I do things that, I mean, he knew about that part, but I'm just saying she didn't. My mother-in-law probably didn't. Um, but it all worked out, right? It's just being honest and telling life is so short. Why would you not share it? Why would you not want to share your life? And this is going to stay here. And I was thinking today, oh, wow, anything happens to me, people can just go and say, if I miss my annoying friend with that accent, that it's so annoying, and her voice and her million voice notes. If you're my close friend, I send you podcasts on the daily. I am always voice messaging my friends. I love, love, love sending voice messages. But now strangers and hopefully people that I get to touch while I'm still alive and GS expands to worldwide will be able to listen to this and maybe relate or not relate or find purpose. Any reason that you're here today listening to me, I am full of gratitude. Thank you for your time. Thank you for this year. It is the end. This is the last episode. It's not the end of GS. This is the beginning. This year definitely showed me that I can do whatever I want. I mean, I always have, but whatever I put my mind into it, I'm going to achieve it and I'm going to do it because I fucking can. And you can too. You can too. Don't even ask me how I've been posting this, how I learned how to do a podcast. Well, yeah, you can ask me and I'll show you. I'm not gatekeeping anything, but I've learned as I go. I am super excited because I order Black Friday and I only saved $100, but hey, I'm grateful, right? With any penny that I can save now. My blogging camera, I'm getting out of the shell. So if anybody tells you you're too old to be on TikTok or, well, I'm never going to be too old to twerk because that's what I do and that's what I'm going to do too. I'll probably be twerking on my deathbed. But the blogging and the putting myself out there and maybe make a few people think I'm cringe. They've always thought about that about me because I don't care. I don't fit the box. I don't fit the perfect little glass box where we like to put people in. I want to be outside the box. I've always think outside the box and I live the very outside the box. I don't like to walk a straight line like all of you do, or majority of people do, to do the right thing. Maybe I do the wrong thing sometimes, but I want to do my own fucking thing. I want to find what's out there. Why was I put on earth, which I know, but where's it going to take me? Because it's a journey. And this episode is to teach you all that at the beginning of the year, maybe I had no clue where I was going. And this is me being super honest. I started my vision board and it just, a lot of you know that story with the moth. And then I think is my mom that came and visited me that day. So I could just push through and stick with this because I was just going to cancel it. The LLC did not start until February 7th. Crazy because I was born on the 7th. I think that's why I picked that day anyways. But, you know, I could have not started. I could have just said, oh, well. And I'm glad I didn't. And I'm glad I didn't because the amazing people around me right now and listeners, even if it's one of you right now listening, if that's the case, I hope not because I did made it to some of your GS podcasts. Wrap up from Spotify, and that made my day today. So I knew for a fact I needed to come and record this episode for whoever has me on that wrap up list. It's worth it. You're worth it. If it's 1, 2, 200, that does not matter. I don't look at that at all. I am here giving it my all, even if it's just one person. I'm actually doing it for me. This is therapeutic. I'm finding myself. I am talking to you all. I'm showing myself what I can do. It's a journey. It's my journey, and bringing you all with me is making it tenfold, 10 times more worth it. Your stories, the people wearing my clothes, the clothing line, all the swimwear, me helping my friends, in Mexico that send me that cup and prints me a lot of stuff. Thank you. That I print all the business cards. If you're supporting me, I'll come and run and show you the other ones because they're so cute. If you support GS, you're supporting people from Juarez, which is where I'm from. And this is all gonna go back to where I want to start my day. But yeah, I'm supporting my friend that has a print shop, and she prints me, and they send me all this all the way from Mexico because I'm not gonna forget where I come from. I go to Juarez once a year, sadly. Would like to go more often, but it's not a place that brings me the best memories. Look at this. Look at this water wrappers. I'm showing you all my new products, guys. Sorry, I'm so excited. And there's a QR code. Like, how cute. Which, by the way, do you know I have a website? Yeah, and I did it all myself till 3 a.m. in the morning on Black Friday Eve to launch Black Friday. Well, the website I did on my own. The photos I had help with. All my beautiful friends, they helped me with the photos. They're all in it. Love it. I love them. And my friend Tia helped me with the um learn how to use it a little bit, and then obviously Yavi did the photos, and it's her on some of the clothes, and then you have the Allison, the beautiful Rebecca, you have Anita, my photographer that took it, Carolina, all of them. I can go on and on. I have all my amazing friends, and all of the names of my clothes are also my friends because I love and appreciate them so much and everything that they do. Like I said, to me, my friends are family because I am not close to my family. I didn't grow up with a loving, caring family other than my brothers and sisters. And as I show you on the first episodes, I think I lifted my shirt and show you guys my tattoo on the back that I did when I was 18. Funny story, since this is all about my stories today. Um, it was a little one. It was like before this is a cover up because I was 15. My first tattoo, I was 15 at a crack house. I think I was of a minute, probably an after party, but it was in Juarez. And I just got a random tattoo there, and it looked like just like a explosion of something. It was like a star, but not this big of a star. And I didn't make it better. I'm not gonna lie. This is also pretty, but it cover. I'm trying to zoom in the camera for you guys to see. Cover the little splurt of whatever I had put under it. And I put the initials of all my brothers and sisters who basically raised me and I stayed with and grew up with. And today, actually, I got up to messages that my uncle from Juarez, the only living uncle on the side of my dad, died. He died on his sleep. He was pretty old. And it's just, I'm sad. I haven't cried. I haven't cried. So I immediately got high speed. Once I wake up, my day takes off. And it was just, I think I'm hurt for the fact that I won't see him next week. And every time I go, I see him. And this uncle is the last alive sibling of my dad. So all of his family's gone and passed away. And obviously, our earth, I do believe in the afterlife. I do believe in Coco. I am going to put him in the photo on the portal, and we're going to remember him. And here's his photo. I'll show you guys. I always have. That's just why I take photos of everything. And I don't care what people say because it keeps that person alive. And as Mexicans that grow up with that culture, we know that it doesn't end when you die. It ends when you're forgotten. And in a way, me leaving this episodes here with my face on it, looking like this today, I know I'm so pretty. So like I said, looks do not matter for me. I love me even when I look like shit. And it doesn't matter. I'm not a face. I'm not a titties. I'm not a body. I'm much more than that. My worth and humans' worth and people around me are not measured by their money or their looks or what they can do for me. I see through all that. I fall in love with the person, and I'm interested of knowing them for who they are and what they do for themselves and those around them. Right? How you treat people is more valuable to me to what you look like right now. Clearly, I don't care what I look like. But here's the photo. This is exactly a year ago because I go exactly 1 year. There's Uncle Panchito. Hi, it's too bright. I want you guys to see it. I'll probably post it when I release this episode. Panchito, this episode is for you. We put him in a home right after this photo. This is my childhood home, by the way. Downtown Juarez. He was living them all by himself. Horrible conditions. He was very old and senior and can't take care for himself. That's basically how my dad died, homeless and sad and alcoholic too. It's I can't even imagine the life Panchito lived because ever since I can remember, he never had a girlfriend, family. sex, nothing. He was just there, when we took care of him and paid for his meals, for him to get meals delivered and take care of. And again, his health deteriorated. Obviously, it's a combination of things. And we put him in a home. So this whole year he was in a home. So at least I know he was getting taken care of a little better. And we were all 5 brothers and sisters paying for it. And today we paid for the funeral as well. He leaves no children. He leaves no mark. He just leaves us. But he's still him and my dad lived together for the last years of my dad. And I don't know. I can't even explain it because it's such a wild situation to be alive and just not have a life. One of the reasons I won the success of GES, which I know I'm very successful and I'm very grateful. I'm not pushing this. I'm not going to push, when I'm a millionaire, that don't matter. But I wanted to open care centers for the homeless and the people that really need it, which I'm going to do. I just wish he was still here to see it, and move him there. But I gotta cry. It was just one of my things. Me and I did talked about it, how I could help, open something better. But other people will enjoy it. I know when I open it, I'm gonna put it in Juarez, and it's gonna help other people that are alone and can't take care of themselves. I know he's in a better place. I know he is, and it just sucks. And again, I'm not dying because he's dead. I'm dying because I wanted to do much more while I was alive and while he was alive. And it's the same with my dad. It's the same. And it brings me just those memories of the last years of my dad too. He just gave it all away and gave up his children. And he gave up his life. And I think it hurts me more. That part that you just give up and you have so much to live for. He had 5 kids that have just lost their mom, and he didn't take care of us. He just chose to drink and abandon us, and I have resentment for my dad. But this goes back to obviously all the horrible years I grew up when my mom was still alive. So it's all bad memories. And then the last memories when he's alive, he's still wasting it. He's still wasted precious time alive to turn his life around and chose not to. And I know it's a personal life. And I forgave him. I told him in person for all the horrible things he did. I forgave him. I just can't forget. And then my Theo died in the same way. He never got to see the other side, the good side of life. That you have a reason to live. You have people that love you and care for you. And it doesn't have to be your family. There has to be somebody that care for you and that loves you and that is going to be there for you. And that's the upsetting part. Even if I'm alone, which I have been alone all by myself with no friends at one point, at my lowest point when I chose. So I understand that because I also chose drug addiction and whatever shit I was doing when I was messed over friends and family. I was there. But then I made a choice that I deserve better. And it just started turning around my life to things that were not positive, but they were for a better me, for this version of me. Slowly, little by little, I got there. I just don't know how people give up on themselves. And my last guest talked about it too, about just killing herself. And I thought about it. Oh my God, if I did not thought about it since I was 7. Since I was 7 and I knew what was going on, I wanted to die. Me, Miss I love myself so much. I do want to die, but I never had the balls. That's what I said on that episode. I never had the balls to hurt myself that way. I just hurted myself. The drugs, partying, ruining my life. And by say ruining my life, I did is like miss school, dropped, hang out with the wrong crowds, did a stupid shit. Those were choices that I did. And my dad had a choice too, I'm grown as fucking adult, to leave, stop drinking and take care of his children, and didn't do it. Same with Banjo. He also an alcoholic, feed up each other, both of them, but never had any goals in life or never had any job, never did anything for him for to better himself. When he had us helping him financially, we weren't helping like, oh wow, we're going to change your life, but you have to want to. You can even do it without financial help. I did it without the financial help. Yes, I had open wonderful friends like Christina that opened the doors to her house when I was on the street, and that was huge. But it was still my choice to go with her. I still made the right choice, and to join the army and to do these things. It takes you. They can't force you to change. Clearly, I could never change. I couldn't change my dad or my uncle's life choices. You can help and wish the best for them, but you can't force them. It has to be an intern who can guide them, and you can be there always. But ultimately, they have to make that choice. They have to make that choice, and I hope it's not late like today. For my uncle, it's late for me to take him out of there, that shed hole. But I still have my nephews and my brother to take out of there. So I'm still gonna work super, super hard. You guys know me. I'm gonna work super, super hard. And soon we're gonna have the episode talking about my, shelter in Juarez, GES, good energy, free food, good energy, you know. Um, it's the rehab centers for all this stuff that I'll probably have to check myself in again more sooner than later. It's just, I'm not even kidding. But, we all need to check ourselves and realign with the reality. I'm not against any of that. I'm not judging you if you drink or do drugs. Have fun. I did it for fucking years. I'm all for it. Then at one point you have to find, I'm not going to say balance if you're abusing it, but you know what I'm trying to say. You have to make a choice. You love yourself, you want to live a good life, or you want to stay in the shithole, and then one day you just don't wake up. You're really not gonna wake up. And it was, at least I'm grateful that both of them got on their sleep. They didn't suffer. And then it hits me. I can't stop thinking that it hits me that you died, but you suffered. Your death was very peaceful, but your life was very miserable. Isn't it crazy? I don't even know if there's an option to pick there. Of course, we all want to die on our sleep or a not hurtful death, but I don't want to have to suffer in life or have a miserable life paying karma or having just terrible, terrible, no goals, no life, no purpose life, and then die peaceful. I might do a question about that. I'd rather have a life full of joy, happiness, will, vision, helping others, kind heart, moving forward than being stagnant, than being stuck in the hole, than being sad and live the rest of my life until I just passed out peacefully and have a meaningless life. What do you think? Do you want a meaningless or a meaning purposeful life? I want to make an impact. I am here for a reason. I'm not here to be in a crack whore house doing drugs for 10 days like I used to. I've done it. I've done it. I'm not ashamed. It was really good after parties. Had a lot of fun. Look at me. I'm not ashamed. I don't even laugh. Good all time. 7, 10 days. meant nothing. Means nothing. I had to live it. I had to live that life to find my purpose, to know what I don't want to feel. And that's meaningless, worthless, piece of shit, unloved. And the worst part is that I don't care if other people love me. I've never had, because love for me ended at a very young age. It's hard to explain that until you live it. And that's when I can at least help others, not only with my life coach knowledge, but with my experiences. Because I would not, when they would take me to therapy, after my mom died and whatever, I lost both parents, I couldn't talk to a lady that was very well put together. She seemed like she had the perfect little life. And I'm just a teenager, 11, 12, 13. Started drugs 15, and they took me through the years to therapists. Trust me, my sister tried it all. Thank you, Jeanette. I love you. Y'all met her on my Spanish episode. She used to do an English episode, doesn't she? She does, and practice her English. She's really smart. She speaks a couple languages too. She's a nerd. Anyway, talking to this lady when I just lost my parents, and I have no clue what the fuck childhood I had, because I never talked about it to anyone. And I think she's gonna understand me. And I have to believe that she's gonna feel something about me and help me. I would have much rather talked to the people at rehab on the multiple places I went that understood what an overdose was, what the lowest point, and like you can relate. And I think that's why AA exists and all of those programs. There's still issues with those programs, since I know I lived them. They're not perfect. They could be better, and less focus on the money. That's why GES centers will be free. That is my goal for sure, and it's gonna happen. I am manifesting it on this episode. So when you'll see me opening my GES shelters, don't laugh. Come back to this episode. So I want to help others. Rehab centers turn into this money pit, and then you lose the whole reason of what you're going to help. It's for us drug addicts to help others, and for us people that lost, help us to get out of the same situation. I would learn more from someone that is an expert. I want to go fishing with someone that know how to fish. I don't go fishing with somebody that read a book about fishing. Maybe they'll get better when they practice. That makes sense. And I'm not saying you have to practice sadness to understand somebody's sad. No, the psychologists went to school and they know perfectly how to diagnose you and treat you. But did she lose her parents? Did she just have this horrible experience that I just had for her to understand how I'm feeling at that moment? No, they don't. They do not, unless they are, they tell you they did and they actually did. That's when people like me, friends, life coaching, people like-minded, might be better. Might be better for whoever's looking for help and can't talk to a therapist, or don't want to talk to a psychiatrist and get put on pills. And everybody thinks you're crazy because you have this suicide thoughts. And Paloma, my ex-guest, she never talked to nobody either until she actually did it. Because you're so strong, right? And you don't want to talk to no one and nobody cares. It's not okay. Talk to someone, find a life coach, find a friend. Talk to yourself like I am right now with this podcast recorded. Record yourself. This is therapeutic. You see, guys, how fast I stop crying? I just life coach myself through this session. Welcome to a life coach session of myself. And I'm looking at myself and I'm open heart with you all. And this is very therapeutic. It is. And if you're going through grief right now, I am the queen of grief. Clearly, I buried my entire bloodline now. The only one left with my dad's last name is my 2 brothers and my 2 nephews. That's it. And obviously, I ended the bloodline. There's going to be no Flores. Because my husband got a vasectomy. And even if I had a man, with Channing Tatum because we are having sex, and I think that's gonna happen next year. So also come back to this episode for that. My affair, that it was a hall pass, is happening. It's coming. It's already. It's so it is. So I'm just gonna detach from it because we all know it's true. Channing, call me. If he gets me pregnant, and if it's a boy, it's still gonna have his last name. Or Derek's, I will say it's Derek's, right? And say it was like a Virgin Mary thing where she got pregnant without sex and then act like that wasn't cheating. Oh no, wait, let me edit this part where I'm gonna act like I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna have that last name again, the Flores, and I'm glad I never took it. I never changed it. It's all I have left. That was still Derek. It's all I have left to remind me of my dad. And when I see myself as a star, or even I didn't even say a star, I would tell him like on my degree when I got my associate's degree, I wanted to see Pauline Flores. Just I know my dad would be so proud. I don't even know why I want to make that asshole proud, but daddy girls issues. That's what we have. It's true. It's a syndrome. It's a syndrome. I'm sure I gotta go see a therapist for that one. Now that I understand how therapy works, and again, I know they're just doing their job and they're gonna go by the book, and they went to school for that. But I'm an adult. I'm talking about people like me as a teenager or in my 18s, or like my friend on her 20s when they're trying to attempt against their life, or my cousin that did kill herself because she was having issues her as well. I wish she would have talked to someone that was going through the same. That can save lives, guys. I'm trying to save lives with this podcast. I'm trying to save my life, probably. It's always been, even if you're at your happiest, you're still fighting for your life every day. I'm not suicidal right now. Obviously, I love myself a lot. But just waking up every day and going through the motions of bettering yourself is fighting for your life. You're fighting for another day. You're fighting for that hustle. You're fighting with work. You're fighting for a happy marriage. You're fighting for having a good circle of friends. It's all a fight. If you don't see it, and it's not a fight because basically it should all come natural to you when you're healed and you're happy and you find yourself. But the fight is against you. It's an internal fight to not listen to the dark, to not go back to old habits. You're fighting for your life every day. The choice that you make from the minute you wake up, it's a fight. You're fighting your own demons. I fight them every day and unconsciously, because now I've been living with them for so long, with this Pandora box, that this Mercury in the retrograde that I know nothing about, by the way. I'm not into astrology, but my friends are, came to do this season. This Mercury in the microwave, it's supposed to open the Pandora box, and if you have anything that you're carrying inside of you, you have to let it out so you can move forward. And that I do believe, and I don't need the Mercury in the retrograde or in the microwave to know that carrying that burden or heavy weight, or me, this sadness that I felt all day with my uncle passing, is not good for me. It's not good for anybody. And it's okay. Just talking about it makes me feel much, much better about that situation. I feel like a big release. Sometimes you just have to talk about the sad things and the happy things too. There's nothing to make you happy the more you talk about it. And releasing any negativity or any thoughts or anything that is carrying weight on you will make you feel lighter and move forward. And then I'll be ready to fight my battle tomorrow with another day of life. But at least now I know I said my piece on that and how I felt with that whole situation that was actually carrying a heavy, heavy, heavy burden on me today. Because I was trying to multitask, what I usually do. And then work was on steroids, but then I kept repeating to myself, was work busy because the universe is protecting me and not letting me to talk about it or overthink, and that way I'm focusing on work instead of the sad part of that just happened, instead of why didn't I do that and start overthinking. We are our own worst enemies. So when you're constantly just thinking how things could have gone different, you're hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself. It's already happened. Now that work was on steroids and I was busy, I was able to step back, do the next thing I had to do, and that was this podcast, and place an order for groceries because thank you, Gabby, she's cooking for me. So I did that, and I just get myself in a very, very, very tight, busy schedule today. Then now I finally able to release it and talk about it instead of thinking about it all day long. Sometimes we think about it all day long, and that's not good. You can't be the dead horse. Stop beating the dead horse. Let it. And also, maybe I don't talk about it again. Maybe this is it. This is the episode that I talk about it and then it's over. And I don't want to talk about it anymore. And that's fine. I already said my piece. I already said how I felt. And now I feel better. And I'm not going to overthink it, because once you talk about it, you need to detach it, even with your manifestation. This is another thing that I'm learning in 2024. And I'm so, so grateful that I've learned these lectures and I'm all into the law of attraction and the law of power. It's always been in my life. My sister gave me a book back since 2010. She would talk about it, Jeanette, and watch the movie The Secret and all this stuff. And me and Christina will laugh and be like, yeah, this bitch is crazy. My sister's crazy. And look who's crazy now. We all have joined. I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at the podcast. We're all very crazy. But she was right. Now I know that when you have a bad feeling or you're sad or you have something hurting inside of you, it's better to acknowledge it, feel it, analyze it, and let it go. Detach. And it's not that easy, obviously. You're going to have moments where you think about it. But even with the good, even if I'm manifesting what I told you guys that I want to do, and I'm going to do it. You just think about it, you feel it, you analyze it, and you detach it. It's a secret formula. If you see yourself, let's say, famous singer, right? Close your eyes. You breathe. And now feel it that you're in your concert, giving your concert. Hi, I'm saying hi. You all think I'm crazy right now. Saying hi to my fans. Hi. No, for me, it's a conference talking about life coaching. And I'm going to say, and so it is. And that's it. And I'm not worrying all day. How am I going to get to that moment? How am I going to get to that stage? How am I going to get to that concert, right? Which again, for me, is more like I would love to have conferences and talk more about myself and help others. That the how and when is not up to me. Up to me is just visualizing, feeling it, and acknowledging that that's where I want to head out, and that's what I'm going to do. That's it. That's where my affirmation, visualization, and manifestation. It's all you got to focus on, and then the actions are going to come naturally. But you overthinking it and worried and I gotta do that. I gotta do this. Let me work 50 hours a day. I noticed that as I'm going, and this is again not even my first year, right? Man, it's like I said, my business started February 7th. But it is my first year on my own, and it is my first year owning a business. And it is my first year with my podcast, my own podcast. I'm so excited that you guys are here and that I'm here and that my microphone is here. But I don't worry about, I don't like all the 50 things that I got to do, right? I just do it. Like today was this podcast. I'm like, oh, well, that's me in my pajamas. And even funnier, if you guys want to laugh, because again, how my day started, this is what you get. My Grinch slippers. Like, not only do I look freaking crazy, I am crazy. And it's Christmas. So I had to bring a little Christmas spirit. I finally look like a snowflake. And I've been wearing this pajamas all year long anyway. So for my YouTubers, you know this, for the ones that started to get to know me day one, it was just me in that chair. Not even that cool chair. It was my husband's one chair that we got him when he had surgery, all sitting on by himself. And look where we're now with falling apart lights and everything. This is way more than I could even imagine in January 1st. So, a round of applause for all of you that stick around with GS. I love you. Love you from I mean it. I mean it. And I hope you can feel it and see it. But that's what we're doing. That's how I'm building things. That's how I'm taking action. Because my vision of helping and centers and shelters and free healthcare. Am I running for president? What? What? Well, we know Trump is a huge manifester, and that's why that motherfucker has been the president twice. Just saying. He manifested it, and he worked for it, and he just visualized. And since he was young, he's saying these things. If you listen to these people and pay attention, which I have, they subconsciously achieve everything that they wanted because it first started with the mind. So that's when I made the decision that GS is not just, it is a good energy squad. It's a good energy movement, but it's more of a mindset. You have to change your mindset in order to change your life. And then again, I took action. And on that same month, the next month, I went back to school and got certified as a life coach. So all these actions have been taken because of my vision, because of my purpose, because I know where I'm at. And even if I'm not there in this second, I'm somewhere, right? Those two shares were not here at the beginning of this year. So we are moving in lightning speed. My wallpaper, my friends, all of the clothes that is on those boxes that is full of GS, I'll give you a tour. And then fill me up with joy and love. Love to see all the posts when you guys tag me with your merch, and now it's shipping everywhere. There's people in Germany wearing it. My friend Carla, love you. And Caroline, all who listens all the way to Korea. Seriously, I really need to go. Look at my face, girl. Look at me. She looks so good. And she just had a baby. She's so hot. This is a shout out for you, Caroline. I love you. She got her tie-dyes, and I'm going to go to Korea and see her. And another thing that I visualize and I see when I'm manifesting and I'm thinking of where I'm going and where I'm at, because again, you have to be present. The journey, it's me going out to meet all of my Instagram friends, the OGs, of course, and the new ones. I see myself just having all the friends in the world because I am everyone's best friend. And I just don't take that lightly. I am the friend. And I'm not saying, oh, I want to be the best friend. No, I want all of us to treat each other alike. I'm not competing against Camille or Rebecca or no. To me, my friends are way better than me. Number one. That's why they're my friends. They level me up. They have so much, they bring so much on their own. They don't need me. They're amazing on their own. So like, see what I'm saying? So it's a community. And when we're together, Carolina, Anita, the boss babes, Gavi competitor, you got Sarai, they're pros, right? They're like in this mindset of bodybuilding. So you know they're very committed. Those are qualities that I don't have. So together we create a thread, right? We're like the good energy squad. And everybody's welcome because we all bring different even not only qualities, like their own special thing and on earth. Everybody's so special. They have, I got my friend Allison, the realist, right? So I have to, maybe she puts me on check sometimes because I get a little delulu. Then I have Christina, who is the Lulu, my first. Well, no, they will be my first best friend. Sorry, bestie. We've been friends since high school, and then Christina's my college friends. But they all bring so much to my life that is the beauty of it, right? I have my twin sister, Paola, who we have such a similarity and things in common from our childhood or experiences in life that it's crazy, right? Remember, like soul sisters or something. You have to give people a chance. I am a big chance person. Everybody that I touch or see and I get in contact with, I see them and I feel them. And maybe if you have a really nice pair of tits, but I will actually feel you. Maybe I do like squeezing butts so much. Please don't report me. I am the gym creep. You know. And then you have Tia now doing facials. Do you see this face? Yeah, go check my girl Sarah. He does facials too. They're so talented. So it's about creating a community where we all uplift each other, which is what I do best. Because I love, love, love making people see their worth. Really, it's all I see. They can see themselves horrible, and I'd be like, they're perfect. And I got the prettiest friends. And they're like, maybe not feeling it that day, but I feel it. And to me, everybody around is beautiful. And same with my husband. He doesn't see it because he's just in his own world. I hope he sees it one day. He finds himself and realizes that he's so much more. And I'm like his number one fan too. I'm everybody's number one fan. Um, that's what you should do. That's what you should do with people you come in contact with. So going back to that, we're gonna check on the list. Going to meet all my Instagram friends and all of you guys that support me from afar. I want to come close to you. I want to meet you. I want to hear it. I do hear from a lot of you on Instagram, but I want to go to all these places that you guys say you go eat. Just don't tell my friends. Like, don't tell Jake that forces me to go to the gym and be on a diet. Don't tell my friends that are terrorists. They want my better end. I know. I think that I'm not gonna do a goals and thing for 2025 because my goal is today, surviving today. And sadly, when somebody close to us dies, you once again whoop, pulls you back to reality that tomorrow's not promised. So I really wanted to do that episode now that it's fresh. Because again, I don't know if this anybody, and I'm knocking on wood, not that anything will happen to me because I love myself and God loves me and I have a big, big purpose. But is that fragile? Life is that fragile. So you can't waste no more time on your dreams. Your dreams are a reality. They're in your head for a reason. I thought about that shelter for a reason. I think this thing's about going to see my friends all over the world for a reason. I see myself doing so much and I see it and I feel it now. Now. So there's no guarantee 5 years. So I don't do the 5 year plan. I do a today plan. And as long as that's my plan, I'm going to move forward towards it every step of the way and every day. With that being said, on one of the things that I can talk about today, because again, I'm not just flapping on the future. It is the end of the year and people start setting those goals. It's amazing. Have your goals. If you want to work with me, as you can see, I've been life coaching myself all year since I graduated. And I discovered, obviously, I preach about gratitude. These are for my clients. I got 2 clients. I'm so excited. So excited. They're going to start the journey with me. And obviously, I've started the journey first because I got to lead by example. I think leaders and business owners and people in positions like, again, a coincidence, yesterday the CEO of United Healthcare got killed. He was in a position to make change. He was in a position to help people. Not sure what happened there. I don't wish anybody death, obviously. But if you're in a position where you can change the world and you can be a humankind and can make decisions that will change people's life, you're in that position for a reason. So you got to lead by example and with an open heart and put your selfishness and greediness to the side because that's not going to make a change in the world. And no, I'm not saying he deserved that like the rest of the internet is saying. But I am saying that if you're in a position like that, and me, I am a position of the CEO of Good Energy Squad, I'm going to help others. My goal is to help others and to make you believe in yourself, either you like it or not. Have a purpose, and my purpose is not screw people over or just take all their money. I've been life coaching my best friend. She owes me like $3 million or more. Shit. I need to charge her. But anyways, that's not what I'm saying. Lead by example if you're in those positions of power. Don't focus on the price tag. Don't focus on the money. If you know this money is fake, this day's Bitcoin is the way to go. And I wish I would have got something. I didn't. So it's a confession. I don't have my Bitcoin. If not, I would have already been with my friends on Instagram. But I started mine. My clients get one of these. I did my research. This is the best book until I launch my own. Also on the works to have my own gratitude. Is text my girl, little heart. She'll be there for Black Friday. That makes me happy. I love Black Friday. It's just an amazing movement. It's how it all began. So after my research, this little book has the best. I can send to you. You don't have to hire me. I can send you the link where I bought them. This is what I'm going to use with my clients. This is what I personally use until my own is created. But it has the same visualization that I have to give things with a grateful heart. And it basically breaks down the 7 days. And each day you have an option to write 3 things that you're grateful for. And I force Christina and I force my friends when they're having a bad day, tell me 3 things you're grateful for. And I'm that friend that asks them those things. And it immediately changed their perception of that day instead of complaining. I'm a big complainer too. I'm going to bitch all day about my day at work. I know. You're like, yeah, just quit. Oh, okay. Well, I will be sucking dick in an alley because I still got money to spend on GES. So, no, I cannot quit yet. So let's let the universe handle that. I'm not gonna worry how or when, but I know it's not gonna last. So back to what I was saying. And I will stop thinking if necessary. Anyways, you write down 3 things that you're grateful for. As soon as you wake up, if possible. Lately I've been doing other things, but I do go back to it as quickly as in the morning. And I'm just happy because I always write like 50. Like as much as I can't just do 3. So I squeeze it in. I can't even read it. So if I die, you're gonna need to hire a language person to read my algorithms or my Egyptian writings because I am from celebrity with your writing. A doctor. Could have been a doctor too if I wanted to. Actually, I'm pretty sure with all this healthcare experience that I have, not to brag, but I could be. I mean, I do already do claims and diagnoses, so just saying. And on the 7th day, the reason why I picked this out of all the workbooks and everything else that I saw, because I don't have time to create my own yet, but I will find time to make one more personalized to specifically my GES. This one has what I love. This part I love. You do your 7 days, which I did already, my first 7 days on this new journal. And then it asks you, after that, you have to write down, how can I pay it forward? How beautiful is that? I have so much to be grateful, right? Clearly, I feel that bad. Then the logic thing to do is pay it forward. And then it gives you a list on the back of it of things that you can do to pay it forward. I actually probably do go above and above than this one. So you can send books to kids in hospitals. You can hold the elevator. You can make a gift. Little things like that if you don't think about it, you don't do it, right? If they don't tell you, pick up litter, donate, make someone laugh. Well, so I've been paying it forward forever, basically. Universe, because I'm extremely funny and hot and I have a nice ass. So where do I end? And clearly beyond humble. So humble. And I am what I am. Bring a donut for your coworkers. Oh, well, I'm bringing nuggets and mac and cheese to the Slut Bunnies party tomorrow. So maybe that's my pay it forward. But anyways, once you write down, I'm going to write down what I did to pay it forward. And it has to be probably tomorrow, I will assume. And then you go back to 7 days of gratitude. And then we pay it forward. So you don't need to buy this, obviously, or hire me. You can do this in a regular notepad. But I do recommend writing it. This is going to my clients. I provide that with life coaching. And they also get a new shirt. That's why I got logos so they can get their GS official mindset, believe in yourself shirt. But yeah, those are the things that are happening. Just wanted to tell you. And I just have my pretty cup that I got as a gift again. I love it. Little things like this make me happy. $1 million would also make me happy, universe. Just throwing it out there. Shh, go back. Shh. And that's just for me to open those shelters, of course. I'm not going to go shopping. Maybe a little bit, but not really. I want to use the money wisely. That's another thing that I switch mindsets. And it's very important for you to work. And this has been for years because money, I've always, if you know me, you know I'm going to spend it. and not recklessly, but maybe when I'm on vacation, very recklessly, because those things bring me happiness. So whatever you do, just know money is not the goal. Number one. Another message of the day, number two, is love people for who they are, and the good and the bad. A lot of our people around you could be going through some stuff. Is the holidays. Some struggles with the holidays. Some of us struggle with deaths that we don't talk about either, or grief or memories. But so be kind. Be kind. That is number two. Be super kind to others. You don't know what they're going through. But more important, believe in you and keep your vision alive. Keep your vision alive. Affirm, 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 manifest, manifest, and don't let stuff distract you from your bigger purpose. You're not here to live a meaningless, miserable life. Like, unfortunately, my dad and my uncle, I want to think that at the end of the day, and I'm seeing photos that my brothers are sending when they were little. Like my sister said, I guess they were rich before I was born. Motherfuckers. Literally, motherfuckers. They were very poor. Conveniently, by the time I got to live, I got nothing. But looking at this photo of my uncle and Polo when he was a baby, it looked like he was happy. So I hope back here, when I was not even playing, because it was 50 years probably ago, he was happy. And that's the memory I'll probably take of him. And that's how I want to think he lived. Because for the 40 years that I was alive, I know it was not a good life. So that's 40 years. You can choose to have 40 years of misery, 4 years of misery, 4 days, even 4 hours. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. And I wanted to end the year and this season with just speaking from the heart. I always do. And I don't give a fuck. That's why I have a podcast. I have nothing to hide. I'm not ashamed of who I am, who I'm becoming, who I was, who you think I am. Because a lot of you think you know me over social media, but don't give me the time of day, probably. And you just, assume. I get to know people. I want to know who they are for who they are. And again, that's not really what I want. I just want people to give the chance to others. Not me, trust me. I'm okay. You know, I'm okay with what I see right now when I'm looking at on this camera. I'm okay with everything around me, even this stupid light. I am. I accepted it. That's why I recorded. I was like, I'm not gonna record it, so I fixed this. Why? The message and the purpose is bigger than the external world. And that's what matters. Stay true to yourself. And I've been talking for an hour, and I really wanted to come out here and talk a little bit more about my childhood. But that might be an intro episode, because again, the death of my uncle just opened a Pandora box that I've been really thinking about telling you all, but I don't want to just jap and jap for an hour and get more sad. I already cried once in this episode. And if you know me, I don't like crying. I like to be happy. I like to be in a good mood. It's a choice. See, it's a choice. Now I'm okay. And I'm also hungry. It's 8:30 p.m. I'm hungry and I need to go to bed because it's Black Friday. And it's okay. It's not selfish. I'm not in the space to keep telling you all some horror stories. Because again, I should be writing a book. Maybe I put that on my vision too. With my Saw life is literally, no wonder why I love horror movies. I am a horror movie. I am the horror movie. My life is. Oh well. But now I'm turning around. And that's the message from Chucky. From Chucky to cheese. So I am Chuck E. Cheese. I don't have the rights to that pizzeria, just in case. Also, very proud of me because now I know I need an accountant, a lawyer, and a trademark. I have all that. Just learning. It's a learning experience, and I know I'm just gonna get better. And I'm living the journey, and I want you all to embrace it too. The suck, the everything, the organizing. We all start somewhere, and just having one. I just need one believer, and that's me. and believe in me. So I'm like those posts, like this post. I just need one like and I'm gonna go drinking. That's me every day. And then I like it myself. I just need one sign from the universe that I need to continue. And then I tell myself with my one of my 50 personalities, you can do it. You can do it, bad bitch. You got this. Yeah. And that's all the reassurance I need. That's why mirror work is so important. Mirror work is so important. And this is just turning into a life coach session because I'm doing it so much and I'm so excited to do it with my 2 new clients. Hopefully those 2 turn into 200. I'm not hoping. I know. I know I'm here to help people. And I know if it works for me, it's going to work for you because I am leading by example. I'm not just telling you a bottle of pills. These are not drugs, by the way. They're my Certec because I have allergies. Or it could be cocaine left thingies that now I can't breathe. Thank you, drugs. But I need to take those. I'm not selling you that. I'm teaching you by also doing it with you. So we're learning together. And we'll just let go of all the doubts and all the fear that you have. Reassurance was today. Life is precious. Every problem, everything in life, absolutely everything has a solution but death. And of course, horrible illnesses that keep you. But I also seen people cure themselves miraculously. And that is whether you believe in God, universe, a higher power, you've seen it. You have to believe in something. And if you don't believe in anything, at least believe in yourself. That's just the message across. And that's just engraved in me. And I'm going to have to get a tattoo. Maybe I covered my brothers and sisters. Maybe I cover that second ugly tattoo, and finally the third tattoo that goes over is gonna be meaningful. No, you do mean a lot. My brothers and sisters mean a lot, and I'm sending them a hug. And even better news before I go, and then the season because I'm gonna go to Juarez, and though I'm not gonna go to see Panchito and take him to tacos like I usually do every year, we are getting together. We haven't been together, all 5 of us, since 2019. So the time is now. Don't wait. I don't care. The money, you go see your family, hug them, visit them. 5 years is too damn long for us 5 that I have tattooed in my back to get together. And I can't wait to hug them, and I can't wait to eat all the food in Juarez, and God knows what else I'm gonna do because I love Juarez. You everybody knows this. Wink, wink. But Juarez is it's beautiful. The people, everything. They got good everything. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Everything's good there. I am from Juarez. Look at me. Perfection. GES shelters in Juarez. Loading. Loading, and I'm gonna be bloating because I'm gonna eat dinner real late. I love you guys. Do beautiful things in life. Be amazing. May 2024 reassures you that you're worthy, you're loved, and to be open to receive all of the abundance and all of the wealth and all of the health and happiness that the universe has for you because it's your birthright. You were destined to be happy. So, why am I trying to do this? I don't have a phone. I was trying to send a heart like my friend Jess that I haven't seen. And you know what? Me and her are going to do the HBO season 2 because we're dragon girlies. I can't wait for that too. A lot amazing, beautiful things happening. But I'm going to focus on today. I'm not here to talk about the million things on 2025. Just give you a little sneak peek that I'm working hard today. And I am focusing on today. And I'm also going to rest hard, take time with my family. And I want you to do the same. The hustle can't stop. Put your loved ones first. I can't wait to see Holly and Tyler. Congratulations. She's having a baby boy. Those things are more valuable than spending hours at a job. I do it often too, and I got to remind myself that's not what matters. So I'm going to go hug my husband, hug my dogs. They're precious. And hug your loved ones because life is so short. This is like the 10th time I'm trying to say goodbye. So I love talking. Clearly, I need a guest because if not, I could just talk for 5 hours. That's why I'm a famous podcaster. There it is. another reassurance. And I love you. And have an amazing 2024 end of the year. See you in 2025. And hopefully I don't look like this.